my cuties! I hope you guys are doing so well. Today I'm going to be making my Christmas nails based on designs that you guys drew for me. So this is gonna be Subscribers Draw My Christmas Nails. Subscribers Draw My Nails was brought to YouTube by amazingly beautiful, influential nail YouTuber Emily Susanna, and I did get her permission to continue this series on my channel as well. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we? I am incredibly thankful to all of you guys who submitted a design, because this time I did make the community tab post and put up the Google form pretty late. So yeah, I do want to shout out a couple of nail designs that I really loved, but I'm not going to be doing in this video. So first of all, this adorable winter snowman themed one by Kaylee. I loved the fact that there was an aquarium nail in this, especially because I was really wanting to do snow globe nails for this season, but I just didn't get around to it. Next, this like pastel peppermint themed one by Ashley. This like pastel Christmas sweets theme is what me and my mom are going for, like decorating the house this year for Christmas. This sugar plum fairy design by Mahau Melon was so pretty. Honestly, I don't know if I would have been able to do it justice with those wings. I loved this adorable elf themed set submitted by Sierra, especially because Elf is probably one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. I think I watch it at least 15 times every single year. And yeah, I know that sounds like absolutely horrendous to some people, but honestly, me and my sister like just have Christmas movies replaying continuously in the background as we work on other stuff throughout the day. So yeah, Elf and Fred Claus. We really love Fred Claus. This pink peppermint design was also so pretty, but honestly, thinking about sculpting those teeny tiny candy canes and like drawing the stripes on them was kind of freaking me out, so I decided not to go with it. This pastel themed Christmas set with Hello Kitty and an adorable sculpted gingerbread man was also really high up there for the ones I wanted to do. If you guys want to know a secret, just like stick Hello Kitty or like any Sanrio character into a set of nails and I will probably consider doing it. Another one with a lot of sculpted elements that was so pretty, but ultimately I decided that I probably would not be able to do it and get this video out in time, is this adorable gingerbread man themed one by Guinevere. I really liked how in this one Antonia like took into account a lot of the nail supplies that I got in my Christmas haul video, with like the nail foil and the bow charm with the bell hanging off of it. This one submitted by Ashanti with my little cat's heads sculpted on them was adorable. They put a little note that said sorry if I got the color of their eyes wrong, which I thought was like so sweet, because it's okay. Like, I don't even know if I know what color their eyes really are, to be honest, but it was so cute, and I definitely have been wanting to sculpt Arwen and Junie, my two cats, on my nails for like a really long time now. I definitely was highly considering doing this one, but honestly, that Christmas tree nail was kind of scaring me. This pink Christmas set submitted by Tabitha was also so pretty, and I was really debating back and forth between doing this one and the one that I ultimately ended up doing for the second set. I just love how it's pink and white instead of the traditional red and green or blue and white. Honestly, pink and white Christmas nails are definitely something that I'm going to have to do in the future because it just sounds so fire. You guys, I basically just thought about doing every single one of these sets, obviously, but I was really close to also doing this one because I have been wanting to do aquarium nails, as I said before, or like Christmas, or doing a snow globe nail or something. I really wanted to do it. I thought this was my chance to do it, but those specific glitters in the drawing, I don't have them, and I did not feel like trying to sculpt out teeny tiny little things to put inside the nail. So yeah, so those are all of the nail designs that I want to shout out before we get into it. Thank you so much to all of you guys who submitted a design. I really do appreciate you guys putting the time into doing that for me. If you would like to participate in the future, make sure to subscribe and keep an eye out for my community tab posts, because when I am preparing to do another Subscribers Draw My Nails, I will post the form and the template on my community tab. Now, with all of that being said, let us finally get into the first set of Christmas nails that I'm going to be doing. So for the first set that I'm going to be recreating today is this Little Debbie's Christmas nails set submitted by Ashley. I just thought that each of these nails was so unique, and I love how they included the pictures of the box in the drawing so that I didn't have to actually like go searching for them. So yeah, Thank you, Ashley, for submitting this drawing. Now let's get into making some Christmas cookie themed nails. So seeing as these nails are a extra long stiletto, I'm going to be using my extra long stiletto Gel X sculpted appraise tips. These have literally been my favorite tips to use recently. They're just so good. I don't know. I just love them so much. Although they can get like a little bit bulky looking. If you're looking for like the more natural look of nails, then I probably wouldn't go for like the sculpted, but you know, besides the point. I'm gonna be using these tips. So let me just get these all sized out real quick. I'm using full cover tips for this design because I'm going to be doing a lot of sculpting for these different little accents with these different little cookie designs. I think these are gonna be so cute. I'm so excited. Okay, I use these so often. I definitely need to get some refill sizes. Too bad I didn't think of that during Black Friday. It's fine. So right now on my nails, I have my hard gel protective layer and a top coat over that. If you want to see my whole like in-depth prep and how I do my protective base layer and everything so that my nails literally are cemented to my fingers and do not come off, you can go watch the last video I posted. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just going to quickly buff off the top coat of all of the hard gel layer, which is what is giving it that extra nice little shine there. So yeah, I'm gonna buff off the top coat. The only reason I put the top coat on is because I did this like prep layer 2 days ago and I just wanted my nails to look nice and clean between doing my hard gel base layer and then doing the new nails on top. And then I need to prep all my full cover tips really quick just by roughing up the area of the full cover tip that is going to be making contact with my natural nail, or like, you know, the hard gel layer on my natural nail. We're just gonna pretend like this is not a hard gel layer and this is just my natural nail. Anyway, I'm just going to prep these really quick with my mini mandrel. Just rough them up a little bit, very lightly. See how that tip is nice and like roughed up in the area where it's going to be on my nail? Perfect. So now I'm gonna get out my handy dandy gooseneck lamp that I plugged in just before I started filming. So hopefully it is charged enough that I can use it, hopefully. And to put on the full cover tips, I'm going to use my Beetles nail glue gel, which I have no idea where the one I was using went because I'm pretty sure that I was not finished with it, but it despawned off my desk. So we are going to open this new one that I bought, because I always like to have backups of the things that I use most frequently. Yeah, this one came a little smashed, but you know, I doubt that affected how the gel is going to work. Boom! So beautiful. Okay, then I always like underestimate how much gel I need to fill in these tips, but these tips are super sculpted, so there's a lot of space to fill in. So yeah, I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of gel in there. I also always underestimate how long my nail beds are. I always prefer to have a little extra gel than not enough because you can just like easily file it off or wipe it off. I don't know, that's probably counterintuitive to what other people say, but anyway. Wow, that was actually perfect. Gotta make sure it's straight and cure. I don't know why the thumb always just looks kind of crooked to me, but it's definitely not crooked. So I'm gonna just put all of the rest of them on the exact same way, and I'm flash curing them for like 10 seconds after I put each of them on, just to make sure that they don't move around while I'm putting on the other ones. Shall come to you, oh Israel. They've all been cured on there for only like 10 to 15 seconds each, so now I'm gonna pop them into my big lamp for 60 seconds, if it will go on. Is it dead? What? It's dead, bro. Okay, well, I guess this needs to charge. I don't understand. I think it is charged. Oh, I just have to hold down. All right, I'm gonna pop them into my big lamp for 60 seconds for a full cure. I actually did such a good job of putting these on without getting like a bunch of spillage and air bubbles and stuff. But even so, there is a little bit of spillage here and there. And even if there wasn't, I would still take my mini mandrel and go around all of these sidewalls and cuticle and make sure that everything is all nice and fleshed out and sealed in. So I'm just gonna do that real quick, real lickety split. And then I'm just gonna take my wooden file because it's very nice and straight and I can get straight, sharp edges with it. And I'm going to try to sharpen up, make sure the shape of the nails is all nice and clean.
Rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to you, shall come to you, shall come to you. Oh,
All right, so here they are looking all nice and clean and filed. I didn't buff them because the gel should stick onto the tip without you having to buff it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and really quickly put a top coat, a no wipe top coat underneath all of my nails really quick, just to keep them nice and clear and clean. Although they don't need to be clear because none of these nails are gonna be clear, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I don't like it when it gets super dusty and grody under there. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear a leaf blower in the background. I know I say it in like every single one of my videos, but for some reason there is always a leaf blower outside of my house, like every single time I film. And I know that you guys probably don't notice it unless I say something, but it annoys me a lot because of my sensory sensitivities. And so I just assume that it probably annoys you guys too, so I have to say sorry. All right. Okay, so I finally have the extensions ready to do the nail art on, but I do kind of feel like they look a little crusty and I don't want to just put the gel polish straight over them. So I think I am just going to clean them off with some alcohol just around like the edges and the cuticle area, because just like the idea of dust being inside of the gel polish bothers me so much. But then that's probably also going to make little white stains, so I'm probably going to have to go in with some primer after, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. There's the white staining. That's okay, because I'm just gonna use some of this really quick. I'm gonna put it all over them, and it's instantly going to make my nails sticky, but it's going to get rid of the white staining really easily. But it's okay because I am just gonna go in with the base color of gel polish for each of the nails before I do any of like the sculpting and stuff. Usually I feel like I do one nail at a time. I don't know. My process goes back and forth. Sometimes I do like finish one nail at a time, but today for this set at least, I feel like, I don't know, working in steps. That literally made no sense, but you'll see what I mean. Wow, look how clean they look. Okay, that's not gonna last very long because dust is going to get magnetized to them, so I gotta work fast. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna start with the base colors. So I guess let's do the brown first. I looked so hard through all of my regular gel polishes and I could not find a brown, but honestly, I did not do a very good job of looking because my gel polishes are such a mess the way they are organized. Yeah, so I have no idea what gel polishes I have, which is why I desperately need to organize them, and that will be my next video. But anyway, I'm just gonna have to use this like liner gel, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying because there's only a teensy tiny bit in here because it is like made for small nail art and not covering your nail. But I think I might have to mix it up a little bit with some black because I do want it to be a little bit of a darker brown since it's supposed to be like chocolate, you know? All of this on the palette already is cured, by the way, so just, you know, don't mind that. Think of like a painter's palette, you know? Just got all that dried paint on there. Adds to the aesthetic. Okay, yeah, so in the drawing, the thumb and the ring finger are both brown, but I feel like in the drawing they're a little bit of a different brown, but I think I'm just gonna make them the same brown shade because they're so close that I feel like maybe they meant for them to be the same, but if they didn't, you know, that's my bad. We're just gonna put some of the brown liner gel. And then I'm also going to add the tiniest little drop of black just to make it a little darker. And I'm gonna mix it up. Actually, maybe even a little bit more black. I wish that I just had a brown gel polish. What is wrong with me? Whatever, I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna try to make it like spread very far. Ooh, no, that is not the vibe. I don't know, that kind of reminds me of like poop. Don't like it, nope. Ugh, that's so annoying. Okay, I might just have to mix a brown color by hand, to be honest. Okay, I don't know how well you can see this, but I've been mixing this color for like the past 20 minutes, and I don't know if it's the proper brown. I really don't think it is. I don't know, it looks more like purpley to me, but I think that if I layer like 3 layers of it on my nail, that it'll look fine. But yeah, obviously I ended up making it glittery because, Yeah, that's just me. I can't help it, you guys. I'm sorry. I just love glitter. But yeah, so let me tell you what that color is actually a mixture of. Started with Pretty Something by Nail Reserve. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. I think acetone got on it or something. But I started with the red, and then I needed to add in a bunch of green. So then I took out this green glittery like reflective one from Beetles. I got it in the Christmas countdown box, and then it still wasn't looking exactly right, so I started adding in a little bit of yellow. So I used Bronze Me Baby. Got a little dirty. And then I was trying to add in some orange because maybe that would help, so I used this Yokefellow AB003 because it was more of like a reddish orange. But yeah, all of those colors together ended in this atrocity. And yes, I know I made a lot of it, but I'm gonna need like 3 layers, so it's fine. Yeah, the first layer is not gonna look good. I'm not gonna lie. I've been like kind of testing it a little bit by just like putting a stroke on my nail and then wiping it off. But I think that once I get down like 4 layers of it, it'll be fine. So I'm gonna try to trust the process. And like I feel like I have a brown gel polish somewhere. Like I know I have one, but I just can't find it. Also, like I know there's probably one in one of those like beginner, like really large sets of gel polishes that I've gotten and reviewed, but honestly I give those away to people a lot, so I don't have those. But I know there's probably a brown in one of those.
Oh come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel.
Okay, so that is with 3 layers, and I promise it actually looks really nice, not in these like studio lights, because yeah, in the studio lights it just looks really bumpy and you can't see any of like the reflective glitter. Hold up, let me take a video of how it looks with like my flashlight in like regular, not complete studio lights, because it actually looks really cool. So I think I'm happy with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the exact same brown on this ring finger. Was that a magical transition? Anyway, there we go. Now the brown is on both of those. It really does not look as good on camera, okay? Trust me, it's gonna look good. I have so much leftover gel, which bothers me so much. I hate when I'm like trying to mix the right color and then I just can't get it to be the right color, so I just have to keep adding in colors, and then I just end up with a bunch of gel that I didn't use, and then I feel so wasteful. But in reality, I have so much gel polish that I will never be able to use it all before it like expires, so it's okay. It's a sacrifice for the video. Okay, so for the pointer finger and the thumb, they're both white bases. So I'm going to do the exact same thing for both of them. I'm going to start with a milky white. They didn't say if it was like just regular white or milky white. I don't know. I'm kind of taking a lot of creative liberty with like the types of gels that I'm using, but I'm keeping all of the same colors the same, or trying my best to. But yeah, I'm going to start with this milky white from Divock. It's my favorite milky white. It is DS02. But yeah, I'm going to start with 1 layer of this, and I'm just going to do that on both of them.
Oh come, O King of nations, bind in one the hearts of all mankind. Bid all our sad divisions.
I'm actually going to go in with 1 more layer of the milky white because that's just a little too transparent for me. But I am also going to go in with 1 more gel polish on top of this. So in the end, it's going to be like 3 layers of a milky white color. But of course, the 3rd layer is going to be glittery because I can't help myself. So I'm going to use this milky white shimmery one from a yogurt gel collection, Glitter 48. Just gonna put a nice layer of that. Oh, it's so cute. I don't know, just like making everything glittery just makes everything so much better. I feel like obviously y'all already know how I feel about that. So like if I can add glitter, I will add glitter.
Oh come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive.
It just looks so good with the glitter. Although this pointer finger has like the little snowflake on it, and I think I'm going to end up doing that with like the acrylic to make it look like it's a snowflake in snow. So the glitter might get kind of covered up, but yeah, it looks so cute. Also, I kind of feel like even though they didn't specify putting glitter on these ones in the drawing, I feel like it kind of goes because the middle one does have glitter in the drawing, and that one is going to be just the red glittery one. I feel like it would have been perfect if I had a red version of this like super reflective green one, which I thought I did. Maybe I do, maybe I'm just blind, but I could not find it. So instead, I'm gonna use this reflective cat eye gel one, which will still look very glittery and shimmery. So I'm gonna do 2 layers of this, maybe even 3, who knows?
Comfort from afar. Dispel the shadows of...
And it is a cat eye gel, but I'm not gonna like magnetize the first layer. I'm just going to cure it. And then I'm gonna do a nice second layer.
Rejoice, rejoice.
Or should I just do 3 layers? Okay, actually, I'm going to just cure that one without magnetizing it again. Okay, now the 3rd layer is the one that I'm going to magnetize. I just wanted to make sure that the red color is very rich. So having those 2 layers of red that aren't magnetized underneath will just make sure that the whole nail is glittery and red. And then I'm gonna use my cute little Santa magnet guy. It's just like a cylindrical magnet. And I'm going to, I don't know, just magnetize them, I guess. I'm gonna try to maybe like pull everything more to the middle. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna give it a full cure. I feel like these colors are looking so good, and they're just gonna look so much better with all of the sculpted little cookie details on them. I think this is gonna be really cute. Okay, so I'm hungry and I wanna go like take a little break and eat some lunch. So I think what I'm gonna do is put a base coat over everything, which is really unnecessary because honestly, I could just wipe the sticky layer off of them and they would be fine. But I have this thing where I feel like if the gel polish is just like this exposed without a top coat or a base coat and I go do stuff, it's gonna get like chipped or something and stained or whatever. So I'm just going to put a base coat over everything so that there's an extra like little protective layer over my beautiful gel polish so that I can go eat my food and like pet my dog and stuff with peace of mind, knowing that all of my beautiful gel polish will be protected under my base coat.
That mourns in lonely exile here until the Son of God.
I ate a bagel with cream cheese, and then my mom and sister came home and they had gotten Panda Express and they had leftover noodles. So I ate those too. And then I also made myself the most delicious peppermint mocha because for some reason I am extremely anxious right now, and it's probably my own fault because I've gotten into a habit of drinking an energy drink every day again. Anyway, let's get on with the designs. So I'm gonna start off with, I think, what is going to be the easiest design, which is the little pinky, which has those like red icing swirls and then the little green sprinkles. I'm so mad at myself because when I chose this design, I was like, dude, the zigzag gels are going to be absolutely perfect for those details in like the little cherries and stuff. But I realized that I don't have a red zigzag gel. So that's really annoying. I'm going to have to just mix up some Ivy Fix gel with some red gel polish and hopefully I'm able to get the same effect. So let's do that. Just ignore that this palette looks crusty, okay? All of the crustiness is things that are cured on there and I don't want to try to get off. I'm just gonna put a nice glob of that. The nice thing about Ivy Fix gel as well is that it is non-wipe, if I'm remembering correctly. And then just a bunch of this red gel polish. Maybe not too much because I don't want to make it like too thin. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Now I'm just gonna use my little liner brush to make 4 little swirls. I'm also going to instantly flash cure them because I do not want them to level out. If I was using the zigzag gel, I wouldn't have to worry so much about it leveling out before I cure it, because the zigzag gel literally does not level out. It takes like a million years for it to level out. But this one, I'm not completely sure. I've never used this Ivy Fix gel to do little 3D designs before.
Shall come to you, shall come to you, always right.
Okay, I actually like how that looks a lot. So now it's time for the sprinkles. And originally I was just thinking of doing like little like flaky glitters for the green sprinkles, but I think it'll actually look so much cuter if I just sculpt some little sprinkles. And I think I know a way to do it really easily, so let's do that. I'm losing my mind. I feel like I'm misplacing all of my stuff. But anyway, we're just going to sculpt it out on this nasty palette because I can't find my disposable ones. Okay, so the sprinkles are gonna be green, so we're obviously going to need some green. But that green is a little too bright, so to make it a little darker like the one in the picture, I'm going to add a little tiny bit of red. And then I'm gonna put on my little fingy gloves so that I can mix it up without, you know, touching gel with my skin. Okay, it's looking way too brown. I definitely added too much red, which is annoying, so I'm gonna add a lot of green.
Dispel the shadows of the night.
Why is like none of my color mixing working today? I can't seem to mix anything properly. This is just not good. Okay, well, you know what? Scratch that. Okay, I'm just gonna put that over there. I'm gonna get out some more of this green. All right, get out some more of this green. And I am just going to add some of this green gel polish into it because, yeah, I just can't mix up the proper green with the colors of like the clay stuff that I have. So just like that much. Hopefully that will be enough. Ooh, this is so messy. I think that color is gonna work though. Found it. It was on the ground. Ah. Okay, this is a mess. This is insanely sticky now. But yeah, obviously since this was on the ground, I'm gonna wipe it off. It's all dusty and stuff. And now I'm gonna do my best to get all of this off of my glove. Take this clay, this very soft and sticky clay, and I'm gonna do my best to roll it into a snake, like a very thin snake. Because then what I wanna do is I want to just be able to cure it and then like cut it into little sprinkles. Even that little bit of gel polish that I added made it so soft, and it's really, really, really being difficult to roll and just like mold right now. I don't know why it was actually impossible to roll this out into a snake, but I almost had a mental breakdown trying to do that. I'm not even joking. This is the best I could do, and we're just gonna try to work with this, okay? So I've got my little X-Acto knife thingy, box cutter, whatever, and I'm just gonna try to like, I don't know, I guess like chop little sprinkle bits out of this. Okay, I just chopped one that was like perfect and it like flew somewhere and I don't know where it went. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna chop. Okay, I'm not sure if that's enough like sprinkles, but it's as many as I could get out of what I cured because it was impossible for me to get the gel clay stuff to this thickness without it just like breaking, which was really annoying. So we're just gonna try to make do with these. So I'm gonna put them on using my Ivy Fix gel. Just gonna pick up the tiny little sprinkles one by one with my tweezers. Okay, got it, just like that, and then stick it on. Is it too big for a sprinkle? Maybe, okay? Maybe it's too big, but you know what? I think we're just gonna have to go with it. So let's just put the rest of these on.
And turn our darkness into light. Rejoice.
I low-key hate how those sprinkles look because I think they're way too big. I think that if I was able to make them smaller, they would have been a lot cuter, but I'm going with it because I've already been working on this nail for 45 minutes and I thought this was going to be the easiest one. So I'm going to put the top coat on. And today I'm going to use this top coat. I don't know, just because I feel like it, I guess. I'm just going to try to make sure that it's not too thick so that I can still see like the 3D-ness of the icing and sprinkles. The one I'm going to do next is the snowflake one because I think at least that hopefully this one should be fairly simple. So to create like the snow effect, I'm going to use white acrylic with base gel, and then I'm going to like draw the snowflake inside of the acrylic or the snow with a dotting tool. And I'm just going to put down one of these dental bib things because I already know that I'm going to make a mess. All right, so I've got my dotting tool handy. So I'm gonna start with the base coat. I'm just gonna put a nice thick layer of that over the whole nail, and then I'm not going to cure it. And now that I've got that wet layer of base coat on there, I'm literally just going to use a spoon, like an actual spoon. Actually, hold up. I'm gonna do this over one of these little tray thingies so that I can just pour whatever like spillage back into the bag because I don't want to be wasting that much acrylic. All right, where did I put my spoon? Oh, it's in there. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour on the acrylic. I touched it with the spoon. Okay, I gotta do it again now. That's annoying. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel. I'm gonna tap off the excess. I just feel like it's not even. Like, look at that. Why? Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time, but I'm gonna do it without filming it so that I can actually like really focus on what I'm doing and not like keeping my hands in frame and everything, but I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I just did. Okay, I think I did it. I think that's the best I'm going to get it. So without cleaning up or anything, I'm just gonna quickly do the snowflake because I do not want to risk this beautiful white canvas getting ruined by moving stuff around. So just ignore the mess of acrylic in the background. You guys, I thought this was gonna be easy, but it's just like peeling off now because I waited too long or something. So, RIP. When I tell you that I literally had to redo this nail 5 times in order to be somewhat happy with it, I'm not even joking. Like, that took forever. But yeah, it should be good now, and everything is stuck on there and nothing is coming off, so that's great. So I'm just gonna give it a quick brush to make sure there's no loose acrylic or anything. And then you know how the base of the nail is glittery? I'm not gonna top coat the whole nail because I do want like the matte snow effect, but I am going to take my little liner brush and I'm going to put glossy top coat just on the snowflake. So like not on any of the snow, because I want the glitter to be like shiny and glossy and show through. Rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to you, shall come. I'm really hoping that this cherry nail one is actually going to be the easiest one because the last two I thought were going to be easy and they were really hard. So, or just harder than I thought they would be. To sculpt the little cherries, I'm going to use just this red sculpting gel, which I'm not going to change the color of or anything. I think this is probably fine. I'm only going to do 2 cherries on the thumb. In the thumb, the cherries look kind of small, but there's also only 2 of them. And the way that my thumb is in the picture, I feel like it doesn't allow you to draw bigger than that or more, but I think that it'll look good if there's just 2 big cherries on this nail, so I'm going to make the little cherry balls pretty large. Exhale here until the sun. Okay, I do have the base coat on here still. Remember when I put that base coat on? Anyway, it's not sticky at all anymore, and it's kind of hard to like stick the like clay gel on there without it like falling off. So just to make it a little bit easier to like stick on, I'm gonna add some of this primer just over my whole nail to just kind of add a sticky surface to it. And then I'm gonna stick the little cherry bodies on. Are they too big? Possibly, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
And bring us comfort from afar. Dispel the shadows of the night and turn our darkness into light. Rejoice.
Okay, those look like cherries, right? They're not like as smooth as I'd like them to be, but I think that the top coat will fix that. So since I'm kind of like happy with the shape, I am going to go ahead and cure them. I wanted to try to just like use some of the leftover green clay stuff that I rolled out, but I feel like it's just not really gonna work very well. I mean, I guess maybe it would, but I just feel like it doesn't look as like flesh as I'd like it to be. Or maybe, hold up. Maybe that would kind of work actually with the little stems. I feel like that might look cute. Hold up. Yeah, I think I kind of decided that I'm just gonna use these little green stems. They actually look pretty cute. So, you know, I'm just gonna use my Ivy Fix Gel to put those on.
Yourself, our King of Peace. Rejoice, rejoice.
And then before I put the top coat on, you know how in the drawing the cherries have like that little shine to them? So I'm just gonna add a little shiny white spot to the cherries to make them look more, I don't know, glossy and fresh. And then let's just go in with the top coat. Yeah, this was definitely the easiest design I did so far. I don't know why I thought the other ones were gonna be so easy, and then they just were not. But yeah, I enjoyed sculpting out these little cherries. Even if they don't look the best, I don't care. I like them.
Captive Israel that mourns in lonely exile.
I think those cherries actually turned out so cute, and it's given me the motivation to finish these nails strong. So now I'm going to do the gingerbread and I'm going to sculpt him. They didn't specify like in the drawing which things like should be sculpted and whatnot, but I do kind of like that because it gives me like the creative freedom, I guess, to decide. And I can just tell by the drawing that I think it should probably be sculpted and not just drawn on, especially because it's a cookie. So I am going to use sculpting gel again. I'm going to mix up some of this brown. Actually, do I need to make it lighter? I think that this brown is actually kind of perfect. Or should I mix in a tiny bit of this? I don't want to make it too light. You know, I think that this brown will do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off one of these like little transparent sticky note things, you know, my little disposable palette. I'm going to sculpt it out on here. And then that way, before I cure it, I can kind of like mold it to my nail a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that works. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. So I'm just gonna try my best to sculpt out a little gingerbread man now. Try to bring you a little closer. Sorry I didn't bring you closer before. It's just like the camera's kind of like in my face now, but it's okay. So now I'm just gonna try my best to sculpt out this little gingerbread man.
Oh, come occasions by in one the hearts of all mankind. Bid all our sad divisions cease.
Okay, I think that is a okay shape for a gingerbread man. I want to try to make it look like the texture of a cookie with this brush. This might be a really bad idea, but I'm just gonna like tap it with this brush a lot. Also, I'm going to put icing over it, like obviously not icing, but like gel, but it's going to be icing, you know what I mean? So the shape and everything doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. That is so cute. What the heck? Okay, so there's our little gingerbread man. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that there's no like gel to be cured in the vicinity. And then I'm going to put on this, you know, gooseneck lamp like so. And I'm going to bend this little gingerbread man to the shape of my nail like so. And I'm gonna cure him. It worked! Oh my goodness. What? Why was this easier than making the snowflake? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna leave it on here until I'm actually done with it, like putting the icing on and everything. But that is gonna be so adorable. What the heck? Okay, I love it. I love it so much. I was kind of thinking of making like the cookie part matte and then making the icing like, you know, like glossy. But I feel like that's gonna be really hard to do and I don't really feel like doing that to myself. So, you know, in an ideal world where I wasn't already doing this for 7 hours, I would do that. But since I've been doing this for 7 hours, I'm not gonna do that. But I am going to make the icing with this zigzag gel in the white color. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna like put some on and I'm gonna move it around with my liner brush.
And bring us comfort from afar. Dispel the shadows of
The icing is bringing it together so well. I am having so much fun making this little gingerbread man. What the heck?
rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to you.
Okay, I feel like that literally looks so good. Like that actually looks like icing. Are you kidding me? That is adorable. I love this so much. Okay, the only thing is I feel like I'm gonna ruin it with like the sprinkles because I don't have any like good glitter or stuff that I can use as sprinkles. And so I was just thinking of using like this glitter because it kind of has like that rainbow reflection to it. And I think I'm just gonna go with that, honestly. So yeah, I'm just gonna sprinkle some of this glitter into the icing. Okay, I think that will be fine, hopefully. So I'm just gonna give that a cure. Just a real quick cure. Okay, I'm gonna take it off. Oh, so cute. It came off perfectly. I thought there was gonna be like some gel around the edges and stuff, but there literally isn't. That's so perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna like brush off any excess sprinkles, if you know what I mean. Just give it a little brushity brush. Just gonna quickly like file off any little imperfections that I see that just like will bother me if I don't, although they're like barely noticeable. So okay, I'm just gonna give it like a wipe with some isopropyl alcohol before I put it on my nail. Gonna give my nail a wipe with isopropyl alcohol before I put it on. I'm just gonna dunk this little dude in some Ivy Fix gel. Just the bottom though, not like the whole thing. And boom. Does it kind of look like a little alien man? Maybe. Are his arms maybe too long? Possibly. But you know what? I can't do everything perfect all the time. This guy has his own unique style, okay? I put my little style mark on him. He doesn't need to be absolutely perfect. I think that he is so beautiful and adorable. And I actually love this so much. Oh my goodness. I kind of did him the wrong way. He was supposed to be like turned the other way. Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna bother me if I don't fix it. Okay, hold up. I'm turning him around. Hopefully he still fits just as well. Yes, he does. Amazing. Cute! All right. I'm just gonna give this little dude a quick cure. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, finally, I'm gonna put the top coat, and like I said before, I don't really feel like, you know, like strategically top coating everything. I'm just gonna top coat everything with my glossy top coat, and we're gonna call it a day with this nail. So I've got one more nail to do, and then we have a whole nother hand to do, so don't go anywhere.
Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to you, O Israel.
feel like that looks so good, and I'm actually really, really, really liking these nails when I was kind of doubting myself in the beginning, but now I'm like just so nervous to do the Christmas tree nail, and I think it's because I don't have any like perfect green that I want to use, and it's like making me so stressed out because I don't want to mess up on this Christmas tree and then the entire set just looks poopy, you know what I'm saying? And I can't decide between whether I want to sculpt it with like 3D gel or if I should just like use the rhinestone glue gel. This is really, really hard. Okay, I'm gonna take a minute to think and I'll be back. Okay, I decided that I have to sculpt the Christmas tree. I don't want to mix the colored ones together, like the colored gel clays, whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sculpt it with, if I could get this open, please. Okay, I'm going to sculpt it with this milky white solid gel, the same way that I did the gingerbread man, and then I'm going to paint it green. And then, I'm so excited for this, I'm going to use actual sprinkles for the sprinkles. So yeah, let's do it. I really hope that I can do this well. Like, you guys don't even understand, like, I actually have anxiety. Like, my heart is pounding and I feel like I cannot breathe properly because I'm so scared of ruining this whole set by doing the Christmas tree wrong, which would be so unfortunate. I don't want to make this too thick. Get a chunk of the white. Ooh, yeah, I forgot how annoying this gel is. You can't roll it around. I'm gonna try my best. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking though because I really need to like focus. Deep breaths, deep breaths.
Come to you always oh, come, oh bright and morning star.
Okay, I think that this is the best I'm gonna get it for the shape. So I'm gonna cure it really fast so that it doesn't like level out or whatever. Okay, I put it in like my big lamp and I feel like it kind of flattened out a little bit while it was in there, unfortunately. I think it's gonna work. So, okay, let's finish it off. So I'm just gonna use this green D-gel liner to color it. It's probably going to need multiple coats, but I'm just gonna do that really quick. Maybe I should have filed the top a little bit, like to smooth it out before I started doing this. But, you know, I don't think it matters. I think that the top coat is going to like level everything out, so I'm not too worried.
Oh, come, oh King of nations, in one the hearts of all mankind.
So that was 3 layers. I know it looks like really spotty and stuff. It does not look great, but I think it's good enough, okay? It's good enough. And I might put another layer of the green on after it's actually on my nail. So how about I just get it on my nail then? All right, I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna cure it. I'm gonna cure it. Last thing we gotta do is put some epic sprinkles. I do not use these sprinkles for actual food, by the way. I bought these sprinkles specifically like when I used to do resin crafts a lot. So I'm just gonna put some sprinkles on. Yeah, not much else to say. Okay, that is actually so perfect. I'm gonna cure it. 60-second cure. Just kidding, I lied. I only cured it for 30 seconds, but I'm just gonna put the top coat on now, and then I will cure it for the full 60 seconds. And holy goodness, this set of nails turned out, honestly, so much better than I thought it was gonna turn out in the beginning. Definitely the nails that I thought were gonna be the easiest were the hardest, and I think that the little sculptures turned out so adorable. I am so happy with how this turned out, and I was honestly debating not doing it because of all the sculpting, but you know, one of the reasons I like to do these videos is because I like to push myself to do new things that I necessarily would not have thought of or wanted to do because it just seems like a lot of work. But yes, did these nails take me like 8.5 hours? Maybe. But was it worth it? Absolutely. And that finally is the first set. I think it turned out so freaking adorable. I love it so much. Thank you so much, Ashley, for submitting this design. It was really fun to create. Of course, I will show you guys the side-by-side comparison shots with the drawing at the very end. Hopefully none of these little sprinkles fall off in that time. I should probably add more top coat to them, to be honest. But with that, let's get into our second set. So for the second set that I'm going to be recreating today, I chose this Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer themed one by Isabel Espinosa, which, funny story, I actually think I recreated a set submitted by Isabel Espinosa in my last Subscribers Draw My Nails video. Part of me feels bad that I didn't choose someone else to give someone else a chance to have their drawing be recreated, but at the same time, when I'm choosing the drawings, I literally just click through the files and I don't look at people's names. I don't look at the comments that you guys put until after I've chosen which ones I'm gonna do, and usually after I've done them already. So that can lead to things like the same person being chosen twice, which I kind of feel bad about, but at the same time, I feel like it's pretty fair because I didn't know it was the same person until after I had finished doing the set. But I do understand that if you submit a drawing and yours didn't get chosen and somebody else who's already got chosen is chosen again, that would make you feel kind of hurt. That would be kind of unfair. So definitely let me know, you guys, if you think that I should start choosing these designs at random. I do like being able to choose the designs that I feel most comfortable doing, but I do want everybody to have an equal and fair chance to have their design be recreated. But yeah, anyway, I loved this design because it had the 3D sculpted reindeer, and after doing that Christmas cookie themed set with a different design on every single nail, this one just seemed a lot more simple, and I was really tired after doing that first set, so I went ahead and picked this one, and I just really wanted a glow-in-the-dark Rudolph nose on my nail. Okay, and I was having a bit fun with the sculpting. So how about I just stop talking and let's go put a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on my nails, shall we? Let's go. So for this set, I need a red and white glittery acrylic. I already have this white glittery acrylic from Not Polish, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this for the white glitter acrylic. But I don't think I have a glittery red acrylic. I mean, I probably do, but I don't feel like going and looking for it. And I want to make one specifically for this Christmas set, so we're gonna make a custom acrylic. So I've got out all of the supplies that I'm gonna need to make this epic red custom acrylic. I don't have a lot of red glitters and stuff, but also I'm sorry, I'm doing this set the next day and I'm honestly feeling so scatterbrained right now because I decided instead of drinking a energy drink with 200 milligrams of caffeine, I would drink a iced tea. An Arizona iced tea, which has substantially less caffeine in it. So yeah, I kind of feel all over the place right now, but I'm trying to lessen the atrocious anxiety that I feel in the morning because it's just a lot. My stomach hurts every single morning. But anyway, this isn't a Nails and Chill. This is Subscribers Draw My Nails. So let's do this. Okay. So I'm going to add in some of these red stars. I feel like these have kind of an orange reflection almost, which isn't my favorite, but I just can't help adding little stars to everything. Pretty. Oh, okay, that was a lot. Will it be fine? No, I think that was too much. It's just a... Then I have this red glitter mix, which I think is really similar to the color that they have in the drawing. So I'm going to add in a lot of this. And then, of course, I'm going to add in some of this pixie dust glitter that I like to call it. It just has all the different color reflections in it, but it's basically just white. I feel like it adds a lot of sparkle to your acrylic though, so that's why I like adding it to everything. And then I was also going to add these bigger star glitters, but honestly, I'm feeling like it might be a little too much if I add these, so I'm going to skip that for now. And then I'm going to add in some chalk pastel to give it the red color, to the actual acrylic. I think we'll just go with this very true bright red color. You know, I'm starting to get a slight headache. I think it was a bad idea to not drink any caffeine. I'm gonna go get a coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry if that first bit was chaotic. I got coffee and I'm starting to feel better. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to grind up some of this chalk pastel into this little jar with an old e-file. So I'm just gonna use this e-file that I used over a year ago, which I don't use anymore because I have a new e-file now, but I I like to use like an e-file that I don't really care about to do this, because like grinding up a lot of chalk and stuff with your e-file will like ruin it eventually. So that's why I like to use an e-file that I'm not like currently using for my actual nails to do this. I'm also going to do this with my dust collector on because I don't want to breathe in a whole bunch of chalk dust. And then to mix it up, I like to just put the stopper on top, and then without putting the lid, I just hold it tight and then shake it up. Oh, actually, I'm just remembering I wanted to add in some of this like bigger sort of like iridescent glitter into this. So, ew, is that a dead ant? What the heck? Bro. Just for more of the reflections, make it look more sparkly. So I'm just gonna add in a whole bunch of that. Might have been too much. This is going to be probably hard to use. It's fine. And I'm just gonna shake it up again. All right. Time to test it. Just gonna put down my dental bib to protect my glass tabletop from the spillage of monomer that is inevitably probably going to happen. Got my Auto Shop paper towel. Choose my acrylic brush. And then the monomer. I'm just going to swatch it straight onto this blue Auto Shop paper towel because, yeah, I don't feel like getting a proper swatch stick or whatever.
The King of Kings, salvation brings. Let love.
Honestly, not sure how to feel about that, but I think we are going to go with it because I added so much glitter already to it and the jar is pretty much already full. I don't think there's a lot of room to add anything else to it, and this isn't a bad acrylic. It is cute, so we're going with it. And then let me just swatch this glittery white one next to it just so we can see what it'll look like. Ooh. Sorry, it's not like really in center. Wow, that one, yeah, that one is super glittery. Wow. Maybe I should add more fine glitter to the red one. I think that's what it's missing. I have this fine glitter that has like a more purple UV reflection to it, and I think I'm just going to add a whole bunch of this and maybe even a little bit more of this pixie dust one with all the different reflections. It's going to be overflowing this jar. Give it a quick mix. All right, let's see if that made any difference. Okay, yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I think that, yeah, I definitely think that it looks a little bit more sparkly now. Let me just try to give you a little close-up glitter action. Ooh, look how pretty. It's like blurred Christmas lights in the distance. This one and this one is what we're going to be using. I went ahead and buffed the top coat layer off of all of my nails because this hand has a protective hard gel layer on it as well. But we're just going to pretend like it's my natural nail and that I just, you know, buffed them so that they're all nice and rough. Okay, so also guess what? I'm going to be using the Lazy Girl method. Are you surprised? Probably not. So we're going to be using the same extra long sculpted stiletto tips from Poway like I did before. Also, I know that in the drawing, the candy cane stripes on the thumb and the pinky are supposed to be like with acrylic, but I honestly cannot see myself sculpting that out of acrylic and it looking good. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to do the candy cane nails white. So like with the white glitter acrylic, and then I'm going to paint the red stripes on them with like red glittery gel polish afterwards. So I think that'll look a lot better. But yeah, anyway, so I'm going to be doing the thumb and the pinky with the white glitter acrylic and the 3 middle ones with the custom red glitter acrylic that we made. So if you're not new to my channel, you've probably seen me do the Lazy Girl method with acrylic like 50 billion times. But if you are, hello, welcome. I hope that you'll stay, become part of our cutie clan. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna just do like the first one step by step with you guys so that you know what I'm gonna be doing. So with the Lazy Girl method, I'm going to be applying the acrylic to the inside of the tip. So I start by just getting some monomer on my brush and kind of like prepping the inside with the monomer like so. And then since this is the thumb, I'm gonna be using the white glitter. I want to have like this cute little DAP edition frame, but I don't want it to be like too cluttered, you know what I'm saying? So just starting from the top, going down towards the bottom, I'm going to apply a layer of the acrylic in there, and I'm going to make sure to keep it super, super thin down towards the bottom here where it's going to be on my natural nail. But I do like to apply a very thin layer of acrylic down there just because I want there to be a layer of acrylic that is already set by the time I go to put it on my nail, so that none of it like oozes out and we're left with like a spot where you can see my natural nail through it. I also did size out these tips like half the size to one size bigger than I did for my other hand because I wanted to make sure that there was enough room underneath for the acrylic. So once I've got the inside of the tip like completely covered in the layer of acrylic, I'm going to make sure that the nail that I'm going to be putting it on is ready. So I just like to prep it by putting a layer of some monomer on it. It'll just like help the acrylic grab onto my nail better. If you aren't doing this on top of a hard gel layer, you might want to use a primer. You probably do want to use a primer, but since I'm doing it on top of a hard gel layer and not my natural nail, I just like putting a layer of monomer. I'm going to apply a somewhat large bead of acrylic down here, especially because these tips have so much space to be filled in. So I like to apply more to the inside than not enough because you can always just like scrape it off as it's setting. But if you have to like take it off and apply more, it's going to be really hard to do because it'll like set and dry. But then yeah, then I just place it on top of my nail. It's gonna squeeze out. It's going to look absolutely crazy. And yes, if you do have sensitive skin, you should probably put like a layer of like skin protectant, like latex stuff or whatever, tape around your cuticle area if you are worried about like developing an allergic reaction. But I just like to go in really fast and clean everything up as quick as I can. With acrylic, you do have a bit of time to like play around with it a little bit and make sure that it's exactly how you want before it like fully sets on there. But yeah, you just want to make sure that it's straight before it's fully like set on there, and then you can't move it anymore. And obviously I will be able to like clean it up with some filing after, so it doesn't need to be absolutely perfect around the edges, but if you can get it looking pretty good, then that just minimizes the filing that you're gonna have to do. I think it's pretty good like that, so I'm just gonna leave it and we will just clean up the edges with some filing later. And sometimes I also like to just go in and add a little bit more acrylic to the back as well, just to make it look a little bit more, I don't know, flush or whatever. So now I'm basically just going to repeat that process for all of the rest of them really quick. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing me create that one custom acrylic, even though it wasn't really like specifically Christmassy, other than the fact that it's red and it's being used for a Christmas set. I really wanted to have time to make Christmas custom acrylics before Christmas and get that video out as well, but it just didn't happen. I wish that I could have been able to like get out as many Christmas videos as I did like with the Halloween videos, but I think the reason I wasn't able to is because I had my finals and it was like the end of the quarter, so I was like really getting burnt out and tired. Whereas during like spooky season, that happened like right as I was finishing my summer break. Whereas with like the Halloween season, it happened right as I was coming off my summer break. So I was like, you know, fresh off of a break. I didn't remember the feeling of having constant assignments being due and such, so I wasn't feeling burnt out as I was at the end of this quarter. So unfortunately I wasn't able to get out as many Christmas videos as I really would have hoped to, but I hope that you guys did enjoy the Christmas videos that I did get out. But yeah, I really do love the Christmas season so much, so in a perfect world I would have been able to like get out like multiple videos per week. Maybe one day if I ever reach my dream of being able to do YouTube like as a full-time job as my career, then I will be able to make as many Christmas nail videos as I want.
What child is this who lay to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping? This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. so brief.
So there they all are, looking so shiny and nice. I don't have to do any encapsulating or crazy shaping, so that's why I love using the lazy girl method. But still, definitely need to do a lot of cleanup around the cuticle area and just like make everything sharp and nice. So I'm gonna do that filing. It's going to be the same process as I did for these nails, using like the same bits and the same files and everything. So I'm just gonna go do that and I will be right back with everything cleaned up so that we can start doing the nail art. They're looking so much cleaner, so much smoother, so amazing. I love them. And you guys, I made like the craziest, like really great happy little accident I've ever made. That sentence literally made no sense, but let me show you this happy little accident that I made. Are you ready? I turned off all of my lights so that you could hopefully see this, but it's still kind of bright in here because of my window, like my blinds. I can't block the light out completely, but the white acrylic is glow in the dark. It looks so much better like actually in the dark, but you know, just for, you know, showing you purposes, hopefully you can kind of tell. Anyway, the reason that that is so epic to me is because Rudolph's nose in the little sculpture that I'm gonna do is supposed to be glow in the dark. And now it's going to be like cohesive with the pinky and the thumb, so that is just so cool, I feel like. So I think that's gonna be really cool. But the first thing I'm gonna do before I do Rudolph is the candy cane stripes, and I think I'm going to mix together these two gel polishes to do it because I want it to be a little bit more of a deeper red, but then this one also has a lot of like the different reflection of glitter in it that I really like, that I think will match with the red acrylic that I made a little better. Let's just mix up some of this. Ooh, actually this red is so pretty. Just like that. Wait, I'm kind of conflicted on what to do now because that red is just really pretty by itself, actually. Okay, let me just mix some up together just for like, you know, for science purposes. Okay, I think it's actually really pretty mixed up together. Like you can barely even tell the difference, but I think it is just like a little bit more like a candy cane red, like almost pinkish as the undertones. And then also there is a little bit of that other reflection in it too. So I think I'm gonna mix up just a little bit more of this one just in case I have to do like multiple layers of each of the stripes.
Shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste.
Okay, I think that's pretty well mixed up. I'm going to use this super long liner brush to try my best to create 3 candy cane stripes on each of these white nails. Longer liner brushes are definitely best to use when you're trying to do straight lines, and then the shorter liner brushes are better for doing like little details. Like with straight lines, especially when you're using your opposite hand, you just kind of have to really try to let the brush do most of the work. But then also don't be afraid to have to go in and clean up your lines afterwards with like a different brush and some isopropyl alcohol. I have like this urge to add like thinner lines next to the thick lines, kind of like some candy canes look.
Song on high, the Virgin sings her lullaby. Joy, joy, for Christ is born, the babe, the Son of Mary.
I think it would be cute if there were like smaller lines in between the bigger lines, but I decided that it looks really cute just how it is right now. So I'm going to keep it like this, especially because this way it looks closer to the drawing. And I'm going to go ahead and just put a second layer of the red on each of the stripes just to make it an even more vivid red color. Like honestly, these glitter nails, I'm like, they're gonna look so good. Like this already looks like a candy cane and I haven't even put the top coat on. Like I want to lick my nail. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, I'm gonna put the second layer on and then I'm just going to do the exact same stripes on my little pinky nail.
The babe, the Son of What child is this?
Okay, so that's it for those two nails with the stripes, and I'm so glad because my wrist and fingers are starting to feel really weird because of the positions I'm having to like move and hold my hand in order to get straight lines. But I'm gonna go ahead and top coat those two nails now since they're both finished. I feel like maybe the lines could have been thicker on this one, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's good enough, so we're just gonna go with it. Wipe them off with some isopropyl alcohol to make sure there's no lint that gets stuck in the top coat. Okay, are you ready for this gloriousness? I don't know if that was as cool on camera as it was in person, but this is so pretty. Glitter honestly just does make everything better, in my opinion. Okay, I feel like my style is just to add like glitter to everything, but you know, if you don't like glitter, that's okay. You don't have to add glitter to everything. You gotta do what makes you happy, you know what I'm saying? Time to do like the star of the show for this set, which is the adorable sculpted reindeer that's gonna go across like all three of these fingers. The reindeer head is going to go on the middle nail, then antlers on the ring finger and the pointer finger. In the drawing, they drew it going like this way, but they also said that they wanted the reindeer head to line up with the antlers, and I think that the way that looks the best is if you do everything like facing this way so that when you put your hands like this, it all lines up, you know? So I'm going to be doing it this way. Anyway, I'm going to be using the same 3D sculpting gel that I used for, you know, this hand. And I've actually already mixed up all of the colors that I want because I wanted them to be able to sit for a little bit so that they're not super soft from like me molding them in my hands by the time I went to work with them. So let me just tell you how I mixed up each of these colors. This lighter like medium brown right here is a mixture of mostly the brown and then a little bit of like the peachy tan color. This one right here is also a mixture of these two colors, but with substantially less of the brown color and more of the peach color. And this last one is a mixture of the brown and the black, and that's going to be for the antlers. And I'm going to be sculpting everything on top of one of my little transparent sticky notes like I did for the last set so that I can like easily mold it to my nail. I'm gonna put on some new ones of these like little finger gloves so that I can freely sculpt the gel with my fingers without being worried about it getting on my skin. I'm gonna start off by sculpting the little head, which is basically just a sphere with ears attached and then also like a little muzzle. I am going to wait to do the nose until the very end though because it needs to be red and it needs to be glow in the dark. So I have kind of a specific idea for it that hopefully will work, but we'll get to that last. This is looking a lot like a pig, but I'm really hoping that once I add like the eyes and the nose and everything, it doesn't look like a pig anymore.
Whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping. This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe.
Okay, I know it looks a lot like a pig, and the antlers were really hard because I need to make them connect to the other nails. So I kind of tried to make it look like the antlers were coming out of the head and then going behind the ear, if you can tell, like right there. But anyway, I'm just gonna take my dotting tool and kind of like map out where I want the eyes and the mouth and the nose to go, but then I'm not actually going to put them on yet. I'll put them on or like paint them in after I cure it. I fear that I made it like way too big. Like it looks crazy large. Like that's gonna look crazy on me. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it over again, just up until this point, and I'll be back when I have it smaller. Okay, I think I did it. This is like substantially smaller, but oh my goodness, did it take forever. And my face was like this the entire time. So yeah, there was no way I was about to do that on camera. I'm so sorry. But yeah, this thing is freaking so small, but it is a much better size to put on a nail. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cure this before anything can happen to it. I'm gonna do what I did last time with the gooseneck lamp. Oh, I better get all this extra out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna move any uncured gel, put it on, hold it on my nail like so, and cure it. So it's fully cured now, and I feel like it might look a teeny bit wonky because when I bent it over my nail, it might have like stretched out the face a little bit, if you know what I mean. But I think that it's gonna work, especially when I put the little eyes and the nose and everything. I think it'll look really cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the teensy tiny little eyes. For the eyes, instead of using the sculpting gel, I'm actually gonna try to just use this zigzag gel because I feel like it keeps its shape really well, and I do not feel like trying to roll teeny tiny pieces of that clay stuff. So I'm just gonna put like a little drop of it in each of the little indents that I made. Oh no, I messed up. But the good thing about it is that I could just easily fix it a little bit. Okay, actually, I think that that is kind of perfect. So I'm going to cure it. For the little line on the snout, I'm just going to use my black liner gel with my liner brush. You guys, I feel like I'm performing surgery trying to like perfect this little reindeer. Ah! No! The reindeer in the picture has little eyelashes, so I'm gonna try to give this one little... Nope, that looks bad. That kind of just looks dumb. Bad idea. Okay, eyelashes would be cute, but I'm not capable of eyelashes and my back is hurting really bad. So that is basically it for the reindeer, except for obviously the nose, the glow-in-the-dark nose, which we will do after we do the antlers. But yeah, I don't want to place this wrong on my nail before I do the antlers. So I'm gonna do the antlers, like sculpt them, and then we're going to put everything on my nails at the same time so that I can make sure everything is lined up properly. So I'm going to make the antlers out of this darker brown, and honestly, I'm going to make them really simple because I don't feel like sculpting them out for like another 2 hours. And I think that like making it more simple will make it look more like chibi, if you know what I mean, like those cute little characters in like kawaii, you know? So yeah, I think it'll be cute. So I'm basically just going to make it look like a tree branch, like a branch with little branches coming off, if you know what I mean.
Joy for Christ is born, the babe, the son of Mary.
I can't figure out how to make the antlers so that it like looks good when it's lined up. Like I feel like it's just gonna look weird, you know? Like that doesn't look great, I feel like. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm just tripping. Does that look like a deer antler? Not really. Maybe I just need to add a little more little like appendages or whatever coming off. But then I feel like it looks like an actual tree branch. But you know, I guess that would be fine. Then it would like actually like match the antlers in the drawing actually, which I think are cute. So, you know, I think I'll just go with something like that. I definitely mixed up like way more of this like sculpting gel than I needed, but it's fine. I always rather have like more than not enough and have to like mix up more and like struggle to match the color perfectly, if you know what I mean. Okay, this looks kind of crazy, but I think we've already established that it's going to look kind of crazy, and that's okay. So I'm just going to cure that. Let's just cure it. Don't you hate it when you like make coffee and then it's like way too hot to drink, but then you wait too long and then it's too cold? Like, come on, man. All right. Cool. I think that's gonna look really good. I'm just gonna make another one exactly like that really quick. Off camera though, because you've already seen me do it once. Okay, so here it is. It's definitely not perfect, and it looks a little dusty because I used my buffer to like try to like smooth out the edges a little bit to make it look less, I don't know, messy. But I do think it looks good enough. I don't know if I should try to do the nose and then put it on, or just put it on and then do the nose. But I feel like I just want to put these parts onto my nail because I'm just ready to see how it's gonna look. So I'm gonna use the Ivy Fix Gel to put it on. Give it a little dunkaroony. This is much harder to do with my opposite hand. Oh, well, that one fits like really well on my nail. That looks so cute. I'm not gonna flash cure anything until all of the parts are on. The reindeer is sliding. Oh my goodness, this is such a mess. I've been doing nails for too long. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it to line up perfectly, but I feel like as long as it lines up like that much, I feel like it should be fine.
Loving hearts enthroned him. Praise, praise.
Okay, I'm kind of sad because it definitely does not match up as well as I would like it to. I think it definitely would have been easier to match it up if I like sculpted the antlers straight onto the nails, which in hindsight I probably should have just done that. But you know, I think the gist is there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if you saw these nails, like you would kind of get the idea, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we're almost done. I just need to do Rudolph's amazing nose, but first I'm gonna top coat the two nails with the antlers on them really quick because I'm just like accepting defeat with the fact that they don't line up properly and we're top coating it. It's fine. Not everything always has to be perfect, okay? Sometimes you just gotta do your best, and I'm doing my best, I promise.
King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing.
See, I feel like you could imagine that it lines up, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there wasn't this little space in between, you know? So let's finish these up once and for all. I was planning on using like that white glitter acrylic and then just painting it red, but I remembered that I do not want to be opening monomer just to get one tiny bead of acrylic. So instead, I have this pink glow-in-the-dark poly gel. It looks basically clear now because probably all the pigment went to the bottom. Let me swatch this and see if it's gonna still be like glow-in-the-dark. What? It's not even glow-in-the-dark anymore. Are you kidding me? This is gonna be messy. But what if I cut the end and then there's all this stuff? I feel like this might be glow-in-the-dark. Just get out a piece. Okay, let me try to cure this. Okay, yes, perfect. This is gonna be glow in the dark. It's gonna work, I think, I hope. Okay, so I'm just gonna spray this with some isopropyl alcohol. Make sure it's all nice and clean because I may have taken a break to eat some 7-layer dip with tortilla chips. And we gotta finish strong. Ah! Almost dropped it. Okay, so I'm just gonna take out good amount of this, like so. I think that's actually maybe a little too much. And then I'm gonna sculpt it into a nose looking circle as best I can with this little silicone tool and some isopropyl alcohol. I think I'm happy with that shape. So we're gonna cure it and hope that it fully cures because this poly gel was definitely separated quite a bit. And then do not worry, I am not leaving it pink. I'm going to use some of the leftover glittery red polish that we mixed up earlier for the candy cane to color it red. And I think that it should be fine because the glittery red is pretty transparent, so we still should be able to see like the glowiness from the poly gel come through. Oh my goodness, I think that definitely made it look so much better. Still, they don't line up perfectly, but you know what? You can tell that's Rudolph. I don't care what anyone says. I will show you how it glows in the dark at the end when I'm doing the final shots and comparison. So let me just finish this one off once and for all with a top coat. I think there's a lot of things about this set that I probably could have done better, but honestly, like, what's new? There's always going to be stuff that I could do better in every set, and that's just part of improving and always getting better. But I am really happy with how I was able to like make everything a decent size and like not too large, because I feel like whenever I'm trying to like sculpt stuff for nails, it ends up being really big sometimes. And especially since, you know, it's like Christmas time, I'm gonna be like having fun with like my family and my friends, and then like opening gifts, and I'm gonna be reorganizing my gel polish and stuff and cleaning up. I didn't want there to be like crazy stuff hanging off the sides of my nails, so I'm really glad that the antlers are kind of like cute and like nubby, if you know what I mean. So I'm not afraid of them like getting caught and just like snapping off. I really do not think that they will be coming off anytime soon. I love these so much. They're so cute. Thank you so much, Isabel, for submitting this design. I had so much fun recreating it, and I hope that I did your designs justice, you guys. I love these so much. I'm definitely going to be rocking these until after New Year's because I'm not planning on filming another nail video until then. With that being said, said, let's roll to the final end shots and comparisons. Thank you to each and every one of you who submitted a design. I'm really thankful for the time that you guys put into this, because I would not be able to create these videos and have these beautiful nails if you guys didn't take the time to draw the designs for me. So thank you so much. I'm so thankful for all of you. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot and I really appreciate it. And if you want to get me something for Christmas, just make sure you press that thumbs up button and subscribe. I never say to subscribe, but you know, if you could subscribe, that would be great too. Anyway, I hope that you guys are having the most amazingly beautiful, peaceful, happy, joyful, cozy, scrumptious, happy, jolly Christmas. I hope that you guys are having the most amazing holiday season. Merry Christmas, cuties. I hope that you are all super cozy and happy and warm and, you know, I don't know, just very happy, okay? I might not post another video until the new year, so I guess I'll see you guys next year. How about that? Anyway, I love you guys. I hope that you're having the most amazing day, night, week, life. Sleep well if you're going to sleep, cuties. I will hopefully see you in my next one. Bye.